We're now on day 2 of the Kickstarter 30-day journey, and the first day we were at 6% funded, now we're at 12%, and I've only asked a few people. The reason why I'm doing it this way and not doing such a heavy push to my personal network, friends, family, and colleagues like I did in my past campaign is because I just wanted to get to over 10% because we're also launching Facebook ads. And this is a way to test and see how the market is going to respond to a campaign like this. We don't have a distributor yet. We've met with a lot of them and we haven't been too happy with what's been presented to us. Distributors do want it, but the terms are just not agreeable. And I'll get into some of those specifics in a later video. If we don't get a distributor, that means we have to heavily do the promotion and marketing ourselves because we'll be self-distributing it in that case. And so right now, this is a little bit of a testing ground to see what the response is in terms of the presentation that we've created on the Kickstarter landing page, and also the video ad that has gone out that actually launched today on Facebook. So we're doing ad testing. One group is men, one group is women, and there's varying degrees of headlines for each of them. And from that, this week-long testing, we will be able to determine which ads were the best performing. And as a result, we would narrow them down to just one or maybe two, and then go ahead and just push those out heavily. Because if that's performing the best in terms of the clicks, the conversions, the donation amounts, then that is a good way to gauge and utilize that for when we do launch the film as well. So it's been a big learning process for me because I went through a course offered by the Harmon brothers. They're the team behind the viral ad campaigns such as Squatty Potty, Poo-Pourri, chat books, and they have it down to a science in terms of how to make campaigns go out into the marketplace and get people to be engaged and join, subscribe, or purchase, or whatever it is in terms of that particular business. Because my understanding in the film business is that so many films fail. There is maybe an 80 or 90% failure rate. And so I want to hedge against that by learning as much as I can about online marketing to not just be a filmmaker, but to understand how to reach out to an audience, like someone like Ryan Reynolds, who promotes his films and he does a fantastic job of it. And he uses a lot of humor. He makes these viral videos where sometimes it feels like it's off the cuff. And so I'm kind of adopting that kind of strategy for The Fetus. And yes, I know that The Fetus is not a Marvel movie, but it is a horror movie. It also has some comedy in there. To me, I embedded it with quite a bit of humor. It's not so laugh out loud, but there are some moments that are just like, people do burst out laughing because of what's happening. And it's in a good way. It's not like they were laughing unintentionally. I wanted people to have that kind of emotion at certain moments. I'm excited to also offer the merchandise that we're creating. And part of this video series is to help create the content for the hardcover photo book, that's the behind the scenes making of the film, and also the paperback book, which is called From Concept to Creature, that really details the entire development, production, and marketing and distribution process of The Fetus, because I believe in not just entertainment, but also education. I once taught at a kids camp where we taught filmmaking to kids from ages 8 to 16, and it was one of the most challenging but also rewarding times of my life because I was able to impart to these future filmmakers at such a young age and instill in them the love of the craft of creating characters and telling stories and putting it all together, and then they would screen it at the end of the week. And that's why I'm doing this crowdfunding campaign, is to also help fund the merchandise to get it out to people who will one day be inspired enough and educated enough to create the art that will affect more people as a result. Because I believe in the power of storytelling. I believe that people can be changed and transformed and grow for the better as a result of experiencing the characters in a story. Filmmaking, storytelling is so powerful. It's so personal to me, and that's why I've spent so much time crafting the Kickstarter campaign the way I did, even producing the pitch video for it, and then working on the Facebook ads. So it was a three-pronged approach, technically four, because I'm creating all the merchandise to go with it as well. So from now until the end of the year, this video series and everything else that I'm going to be writing, and the design of the books that I'll be putting together, that I hope that it will inspire, like I said, you or anyone else to create your own works of art and affect and transform people for the better. That is my earnest desire. And of course, to make an entertaining and engaging film for you to enjoy as well. But if you can watch film and that you enjoy, and you can also be able to study it and then utilize that to make your own work of art, then that's, there's nothing more I could ask for. So I hope the things that we're creating, they will affect you at some level and inspire you and move you and touch you in some way. And if you have the resources and you are interested in supporting our campaign, please contribute even as low as $1. That's the lowest donation amount. It's more about just being a part of this project and the support, because I've been on this for several years now, and this has actually reawakened me to continue and keep pushing forward to complete this film so we can deliver it to the world. I really want you to see it. I want you to enjoy it. And we've tested it out in so many different places, in the script stage and in the audience feedback stage of people watching the film. We had 4 rounds of it. And I'm going to go into that more specifics into a later video as well. But I would test to make sure the story is spot on and it's hitting on all cylinders and it's engaging and it's working for an audience. So thank you for watching.